Welcome back to the deep dive. You know, when you think Bentley, well, forget the luxury image for a second.
Just for a moment, yeah.
Because today we're diving into, honestly, a pretty heartbreaking story in car history.
It really is a fascinating one.
We're looking at Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the polished chrome, the story behind it, the human story.
Right. The founder, Walter Owen Bentley, W.O.
Exactly. W.O., a genius.
Yeah.
Built this amazing company, racing glory in the 20s.
His absolute peak, Le Mans domination.
Only to lose it all. See
Okay.
it collapse, get bought out by his biggest rival, Rolls-Royce.
And then the ultimate blow.
Being forced to work for them.
As a test driver. Ugh.
It's quite the narrative. A collision of mechanical obsession and, well, market reality.
So that's our mission today, right?
Yeah.
Unpack this.
We've got sources covering his genius, the whole Bentley Boys era. We want to look at the highs, the lows.
And figure out how his core vision is the best, fastest car, almost regardless of cost. Exactly. How that single-minded focus really dictated everything. The glory, the crash, and even the brand's modern life.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. W.O. Bentley himself, born 1888. And the first surprising thing,
He wasn't initially a car guy at all.
right, he actually hated them.
Well, hated might be strong, but yeah. His background was privileged, sure, but his passion, pure machinery.
Took apart a bike when he was 9 just to see how it worked.
Yeah, that's the story. But his first love was trains, steam locomotives.
So much so he dropped out of school at 16 to apprentice.
At the Great Northern Railway, yeah. That was precision engineering to him.
And compared to that, cars were.
Disgraceful vehicles, he apparently called them, splashing mud, primitive almost.
So what changed? How did he pivot so hard towards cars?
Well, he was smart. He saw where things were going. Steam was fading. The internal combustion engine was the future.
Transport competition.
Exactly. And the challenge of pushing those mechanical limits, that spoke to his engineer brain.
It seems like that shift was pretty quick too.
It was. By 18, he bought a motorcycle, started tinkering, refining it,
And racing it.
and winning. Gold medals in trials between 1906 and 1908. He understood performance tuning very early on.
Okay, so he's got the skills, the interest.
Yeah.
Then comes the opportunity,
Right. His mother passed away, and he inherited about 2,000 pounds.
which was decent money back then.
Oh, yeah. Enough for him and his brother to buy out a French car franchise in 1910, Doriot Flan.
And they renamed it Bentley and Bentley.
Direct. But they were just selling these French cars. And W.O., well,
He wasn't impressed.
not really. He found them heavy, a bit clumsy in the engineering. He thought, I can do better. Specifically, make them lighter.
Lighter engines mean better performance.
That was the core idea, which led him to his first really big innovation.
The aluminum piston.
That's it. And the story goes, he saw some decorative aluminum alloy, like a paperweight, on a trip to France.
And the light bulb went off.
Yeah.
Replacing heavy steel or cast iron pistons.
Yeah. But there was a huge problem.
It melts.
Right. Pure aluminum couldn't handle the heat inside an engine. It was too soft.
So the genius part wasn't just thinking of aluminum.
No, it was finding the right aluminum. He experimented, tinkered, until he found the magic formula.
Which was?
88% aluminum, 12% copper, an alloy.
The copper gave it strength and heat resistance.
Exactly. Light and strong enough, it was a game changer.
And you saw the results pretty fast.
Oh, immediately. The cars were suddenly much quicker, more responsive. He started setting speed records.
Like that one in Brooklyn. Almost 90 mph in 1914.
Yeah, 89.7 mph for the half mile. A huge deal back then. He was proving his engineering ideas worked.
Okay, so he's got this breakthrough tech. He's winning races. Momentum's building.
Right, but then
World War I.
everything changes. But the war, in a way, it cemented his reputation.
How so?
Well, first he shared his aluminum piston secret. Gave it to Henry Royce.
His future rival. Wow. Why?
War effort, presumably. Rolls-Royce used it in their Eagle aircraft engine, which became vital.
Okay, patriotism. But W.O. did more than just share, right? He designed an engine.
He did. The Bentley BR-1 rotary engine for the British Air Force.
Using his piston tech.
Absolutely. And it became the best Allied fighter engine of the war. Reliable, powerful, hugely successful.
So the war validates his engineering, even if it interrupted his business plans.
And it gave him capital. He got an 8,000-pound commission award after the war.
Which was the seed money for.
Bentley Motors, founded 1919, with that very clear mission statement he laid out.
A fast car, a good car, the best in its class.
That was the goal from day one.
And the first car embodied that, the 3-liter.
Completely. I mean, for 1921, the tech was incredible. 4 valves per cylinder.
Dual spark plugs, overhead camshaft. What does that actually mean for performance?
Basically, it lets the engine breathe better and operate more efficiently at high speeds. More power, more reliability. It was proper state-of-the-art engineering.
Okay, so he builds this amazing car, but then there's the Le Mans connection, which is weird initially.
Right. He thought that 24 hours of Le Mans was crazy, just too demanding for any car.
He didn't think his own car could handle it.
He wasn't sure any car could reliably last 24 hours of flat-out racing.
So how did Bentley become synonymous with Le Mans then?
It was his customers again, 2 private owners, John Duff and Frank Claymont.
They just decided to enter their 3-liter
Yeah.
and own.
Yep, in 1923. And amazingly, they finished 4th.
Right.
And they set the fastest lap of the entire race. That proved the car's endurance.
Okay, so WO sees this and realizes.
He realizes his car can do it.
Yeah.
And that maybe this crazy race is the perfect place to prove it.
So the factory team enters the next year, 1924.
They do. And they win.
The legend begins.
Kicks it right off. But here's where that central tension really ramps up.
The money.
Always the money. Winning Le Mans is great for prestige, but it's incredibly expensive. Building the best car is expensive.
But the company was struggling financially, even with the wins.
Bleeding cash, by all accounts. They needed investment. Badly.
Enter the famous benefactor.
Wolf Barnato, heir to a diamond fortune. Exactly the kind of deep pockets they needed.
He bought a Bentley first, right? Liked it.
Loved it. Bought his first one in 25, and by 26, he'd effectively taken control of the company. Became the chairman.
And he brought his friends along, the Bentley boys.
That's right. Barnato and his group, wealthy, daring, loved speed and adventure. They weren't just paid drivers.
They were living the brand image. Risk takers, playboys.
Absolutely. And they delivered the golden era. 4 straight Le Mans wins, 27 through 30.
With cars like the 4.5-liter and the Speed 6, these were beasts.
Boy, absolute monsters. Dominant cars.
You know, we have to talk about the sheer style of the Bentley boys. It wasn't just racing.
No, it was a lifestyle. Embodied the roaring 20s. That Barnato story sums it up perfectly.
The race against the train, with Train Blue.
That's the one. He made a 100-pound bet, serious money then, that he could drive his Speed 6 from Cannes on the French Riviera.
All the way to London.
And arrive before the famous Blue Train Express even reached Calais on the French coast.
That's just audacious. Did people do stuff like that often?
For Barnato and his set. Yeah, pretty much. Publicity, bragging rights, the sheer thrill of it.
So did he make it? Did he beat the train?
He did. Apparently had some trouble, flat tires, fuel issues, but he pulled into his London club, ordered a drink, and took a sip 4 minutes before the train pulled into Calais station.
Incredible. Great story, but probably didn't help the image of sensible spending at the company.
Probably not. It cemented the image of speed, luxury, and maybe excess.
Okay, so 5 Le Mans wins in total by 1930. They decide to stop racing. WO feels they've proved everything.
Pretty much. Speed, reliability, dominance. So he pivots fully to his ultimate road car project.
The magnum opus. Yep. Bentley 8-liter.
His masterpiece. Designed to be the finest touring car in the world. Huge, powerful, over 100-mile-per-hour capability.
And the standout feature, besides the performance.
It was apparently dead silent. Remarkable refinement for such a large, powerful engine back then. Engineering perfection.
The absolute best car WO could build. The culmination of everything.
And released.
In 1930.
Exactly. Just as the Wall Street crash ripples turned into the Great Depression tsunami.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been worse.
It was catastrophic. Who could afford a massive, ultra-luxury car like the 8-liter in 1930, 1931?
Demand just evaporated.
Completely.
Yeah.
And because WO always prioritized engineering over cost control.
The company was vulnerable.
Massively. Despite the Le Mans glory, the high production costs finally caught up with them. Bankruptcy in 1931.
And then the ultimate twist of the knife.
Yes.
The anonymous buyer.
Which turned out to be
Rolls-Royce, their fiercest rival,
Yeah.
buying them out basically just to shut them down.
pretty much. To eliminate the competition in that high-performance luxury space, they bought it through a shell company so the price wouldn't get bid up.
That is brutal. And then what they did to WO personally.
It's genuinely hard to read about. They closed his factory in Cricklewood, moved everything to their plant in Derby.
And even took back his personal car, his own 8-liter.
Yes, the car he considered his greatest achievement, just took it.
And the final humiliation,
being forced by contract, by a court order basically, to stay on and work for Rolls-Royce from 32 to 35.
But with no real power.
None. The sources say he was isolated, used mainly as a test driver. No input on design for the company he'd poured his soul into. He finally left in 35. Just walked away.
So, Bentley the brand survives, but under Rolls-Royce, what did that period look like?
For decades, from the 30s right up to 1980, Bentley became, well, a slightly sportier Rolls-Royce.
The silent sports car tagline.
Right, but mostly they were badge engineered. Same chassis, same engines as the Rolls models like the Mark V or the T-Series later on.
Did that hurt the Bentley identity?
Hugely. The original racing spirit, the unique engineering-focused WO champion, it got diluted, almost lost.
And sales reflected that.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
By the end of that era, Bentley sales were apparently down to like 5% of Rolls-Royce's total output. The original Bentley fans felt alienated.
So when did things start to change? When did Bentley start becoming Bentley again?
The first glimmer was in 1980. Rolls-Royce itself had financial troubles, and the car division was bought by an engineering firm, Vickers.
And Vickers saw potential in reviving the sporty side.
They tried. They introduced models like the Mulsanne, the Continental R later, trying to bring back some of that performance image.
But the real turning point, the big one.
1998.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen Group acquisition. That was the start of the true Bentley Renaissance.
What did VW do differently?
They understood that Bentley's core value wasn't being a Rolls-Royce clone. It was that original WO DNA, the racing heritage, the power, the performance.
They leaned into the Le Mans history.
Massively. The most symbolic move was returning to Le Mans after 70 years away.
With the Speed 8 prototype.
Right. They raced in 2001, 2002, and then in 2003.
First and second place. A total triumph. Back on top.
It was incredible, a direct link back to the glory days of the Bentley boys. WO's vision, finally back in the spotlight.
And they capitalized on that momentum perfectly, didn't they?
Absolutely. Released the modern icon right after that win, the 2003 Continental GT.
Big W12 engine, tons of power.
6-liter W12, 552 horsepower. A proper performance Bentley, but also luxurious and modern.
And the market responded.
Oh, did it ever? You look at the sales numbers. Before the Conti GT, Bentley was maybe selling, 800 cars total per year?
Some of that, yeah. Tiny numbers.
After the GT launched, they were selling over 7,000 Continental GTs alone per year.
Wow. That's the biggest sales success in their entire history.
By far. And it proved that connecting back to that performance heritage was the key. It's continued with models like the Bentayga SUV too. The brand is strong again.
So when you look back at the whole arc, WO's initial vision.
It's amazing how resilient it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
That core idea, fast, good, best in class, it somehow survived decades of, neglect and being overshadowed.
It survived the financial crashes, the rival ownership.
All of it. And ultimately, that original DNA is what fueled the modern success.
So the big takeaway here, listening to this whole story, seems to be that constant battle, right, between the engineering dream and the financial reality.
Exactly. WO's relentless pursuit of technical perfection created the legend, the glory. But the cost of that perfection nearly killed the company permanently.
That 8-liter. The best car. At the worst possible time.
A masterpiece that became its own death sentence because of timing.
Which leaves us with a final thought, something for you listening to consider. WO built his perfect car, the 8-liter. Technical brilliance. Yet its launch timing doomed it.
Right. So the question is, when you're creating something, aiming for greatness, how much does that external environment, the economy, the market timing, how much does that really outweigh the internal perfection of the thing itself?
Can perfection overcome bad timing? Or is timing sometimes everything? Something to mull over until our next deep dive.